So, to recap, having managed to find your way out of the dungeon, which found your way to a small drow settlement that apparently was taken over by some kind of massive spider, you managed to find your way out into the Mytyrell's desert, one of Mytyrell's deserts. Having a child drow in tow, which the group has unanimously sort of adopted at this point, the group is elected to move only at night, which appeared to be the right decision, as giant worms appear to roam the untamed parts of the desert during the daytime, eventually finding their way back to civilization. Raynor's had contact with Lisa, and it appears some form of...
She's being very mysterious.
Yeah, you're not sure about what happens, but it appears you have... She may have also hinted at something coming for you guys.
She said, I'll see what I can do. That could literally mean anything.
True, something might come, but also now you have a week in this town. You have a week in the city before anything happens.
Where'd you get a week from?
Roll the dice. I rolled a d12 and I guess got 7.
Okay, so I guess that's you telling me, okay, we should stay in this town for a week.
Well, no, you can leave if you want, but in 7 days, something is going to happen.
Motherfucker. You didn't have to tell us that!
Knowing this group, you guys might have just screwed off to some other city before I could do anything.
Yeah, we probably would have ended up at the capital. Potentially probably not in a week, depending on how far.
I need to buy time for my off-screen characters to build up their machinations.
Okay, now
things
I'm
are
concerned.
Don't be. Not yet. Anyways, you guys...
Not yet, he says.
Wake up feeling refreshed. Raynor, you find the drow elf was spooning you.
Oh, wait, she was in Jing's room.
She managed to get out and into yours. Jing, by the way, you wake up and the drow elf is not in your bed.
They had separate beds. We made sure.
Oh yeah, well she's not in her bed.
Investigation.
Oh yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
DM, did you get any of my messages this week?
Yeah, I did.
What about the second one?
I'd say depends on how long your hair was to begin with.
It was shaved.
Yeah, you would have grown over the course of 3 weeks about 4 to 5 inches of hair.
So I now have a normal head of hair.
It's a bit more like yeah, it's really short, but you're not bald.
That would have been a tell. That would have been a tell.
Yeah.
When we woke up, but I'll give you that. We didn't really have time to check my hair.
If you had legitimately said, "Can I check my hair?" I would have told you.
Yes.
Yeah, in the time it took you
until after last session.
Yeah, but anyways, Jing, you do realize that the door is unlocked and opened, and Raynor's door is opened, or rather, it's slightly cracked open.
Wait, am I awake at this point?
Are you awake?
I don't know.
Yes, you do get awoken in the... You check your pocket watch, it's around 8.
In the morning?
Yeah. And the drow elf is currently huddled against you, either for warmth or comfort, one of the two, probably both. And she is passed out.
So if I move, it's probably going to wake her up.
Yep.
Well, Do I see my door open?
Slightly, yeah.
I'm
Another keynote, you locked your door last night. And she got in.
holy shit. Am I laying down or standing up? Sitting up.
You've managed to get into a sitting position.
I guess I'll just meditate till she wakes up.
Xing, do you look into Rainer's room?
Yes.
Do you want to try to do this covertly, or do you just want to throw the door
I
open?
pushed the door open blatantly.
You see Rainer sitting up with Drow Elf Girl's arms wrapped around his chest, head like stuck to the side, and just softly passed out against him.
Wait a minute, hold on.
She's basically wrapped around your midsection.
Oh my. This is like the beginning to all the misunderstandings in every anime ever.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let me make something very clear. She's 8.
You haven't seen enough anime.
No, I have. That is why I'm making that distinction right now, motherfuckers. I know where you're taking this.
I
and
don't
will
want
not have
to go there. I'm just pointing it out.
Jesus. Now you're gonna have to make me make all sorts of clarifications whenever I do something.
Yeah, that would
God
be
damn it,
very
dude.
helpful, Mr. DM. So do I notice him coming in the room?
Yes, he's not being stealthy at all.
Your door flew open.
I was half meditating, so I woke up like this.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Jing,
And I go
you've
get
known
breakfast.
me long enough. to
Xing's
know
already
my
gone.
What?
Xing just left.
Wow, not even a chance to prove my innocence here, huh?
The Drow Elf Girl does wake up and just looks up at you, confused.
Seems someone sleepwalks.
And sleep lockpicks.
How did you get in here? I get the...
The girl...
Are you?
So she can communicate.
She just shrugs. She wipes the sleep from her eyes, hops out of your bed, and
It's not your fault.
seeing Xing still walking down the stairs quickly follows him.
Mistakes in the cause.
I need to put my bed against the door next time. Oh,
Food.
for the hope of clarification, I'm gonna check the journal to see if Lisa specified what the fuck was happening.
Should I figured out what I can do? It'll take 7 days for me to get it all done and get it there. Until then, don't. And this is, and the next sentence is like capitalized and period after every word. Don't leave town. And like where before the letters are drawn with almost a cursive like elegance, this is like thick block letters, like jabs and slashes across the page.
You can tell she's concerned now.
She thought you were dead for a bit more than a week or so.
Almost a month.
Yeah. She went through the mourning process. And then you came back.
Wait, hold on a minute. The last time I checked this journal before she had a hint that I was alive, she was writing my name in hearts with her last name attached to it. What the fuck was that process?
You don't know. You could ask her. But it looked like she was starting to move on, and then you happened.
How is writing a dead person... How is that moving on? If anything, that's... I'm not going to get into this.
Anyways, you guys all move downstairs. You guys eventually all move down and
Oh yeah, is my
find your
shark
way.
skin still usable? Or is it dried up?
Dried up.
So now I just got like whatever pound of shark skin that's unusable.
Yeah, basically. You can probably sell it for something, but I don't know.
I couldn't get it made into anything now, huh?
Not really.
Damn. Curse you, Spider Dungeon!
Yep.
I actually thought that maybe we could use it to make that girl some clothes.
Oh, sure. Give the drow girl for a birthday present shark skin dress.
Hey, it would do well against the sun. I think. I don't know.
Keep in mind, she still has sunlight sensitivity, so...
Yes.
No, here's the thing about drow. They can do perfectly fine in the sun. It's just... they can't see worth shit. You're gonna need to get her goggles or something.
We're gonna Riddick this shit, bruh.
Oh my god. Check her eyes. They've been silvered.
Well, while we're downstairs, we get food.
Yep.
So you're all downstairs eating. The girl's like sitting in a chair and her head's like barely over the table.
She can sit on my pack.
Okay. Effectively a high chair now. You're all sitting around and people look at you like one of the weirdest families they've ever seen.
Yeah, half-elf Drow and Azamar just sitting together eating dinner. Breakfast.
Elizabeth, do you come down?
I'm at the bar. I'm away from them.
Yeah. So you guys, for the sake of brevity, I'll ask how you guys spend your first day, and then I'll just ask how you spend the next 6 after.
First day, getting her clothes and goggles.
All right. Which do you
And
go for
fixing
first?
my coat.
Yeah, which do you go for first?
Goggles.
All right. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
It takes you a while, but you find an old blacksmith shop. It looks a bit run down and decrepit. And it looks like the guy has like an old pair of goggles around his neck. But you've asked around and it seems this guy had a few apprentices that ran off with some of his money and he just has their stuff around. Might ask there. You don't know. But it's the best lead you've gotten on goggles. The guy is sort of putting out some items on a rack.
Hey, you there?
Huh? What you want?
I want those goggles.
My goggles, you can't have them.
Do you have extra goggles?
He has like he has like mutton chops that he just like absentmindedly scratches as he thinks. One sec. He goes into the inside of the shop and where the hell did I? Oh, here's something's cluttered to the ground. What the hell did I put those? There. Comes out with like a pair of old. They're pretty. They seem well worn. The lenses are still intact, and they're like a dark tinted glass. These might do the trick. And he hands them over.
Oh, sweet. And I put my pack down, and I see if they fit her.
It's a bit of a loose fit, but they'll do.
Sweet. All right.
She does look a bit weird though, with these like thick goggles on her face. But it's a work that she can. It's something she can work with.
Are they not adjustable?
No.
She'll grow into them. Are you even following us?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay then.
No, not today.
Now to the clothes. Investigation. Shh.
For the life of you, you can't find a clothing store. You do find a general goods store, but
General goods store. Let's see what they got in there. Hello.
There's a voice from the back of the room. In a minute. Just come forward. Come over to the desk, please.
I walked over.
You wait a few minutes. The girl, Drow's sort of walking by your side, like holding onto your hand, and is just like looking around curiously at everything.
Joy.
And eventually a human male comes up. He seems pretty young. He's got a bit of stubble on his chin, the beginnings of a beard, or at least what he's trying to do. Thin brown hair that's almost like clean shaven, just a bit of stubble. And how may I help you?
Do you have any daggers?
We have some. We have some carving knives.
How big are they?
He rummages under his desk and pulls out a dagger that's about 6 to 8 inches long. This is our largest.
What is your smallest?
Pulls out one that's about 4 inches.
I pick it up and I stab the desk.
It sticks, and the shopkeeper like recoils a bit. No.
I'll take it.
Okay. He starts rustling through a few things. That'll be 2 gold.
I dropped 2 gold on the desk. Now tell me where I can find a tailor. Tim the tailor shop.
All right, roll a investigation check. Damn it, if you had actually rolled a nat 20, a Tim the tailor shop would have just magically appeared in town. But no. It takes 2 hours, but eventually you find this smaller trading caravan that's sort of stopped in for the day. And you found in the largest caravan member is, in fact, the tailor. It's a gnome, older gentleman with pretty magnificent grayed beard. Like, this thing is braided. And
nice.
He's got on a pair of small, wiry spectacles. He whirls around. Hello. Hi. You two seem... I assume you two are in need of my wares? Good.
Yeah, I need
Gods,
a new
what kind of
white coat. And she needs a whole new wardrobe.
The gnome comes up and starts, walks around you two for a bit. The coat's paltry, but the girl... That will be an interesting venture. Her frame's a bit off, so it'll be hard finding anything that doesn't hang off her or hugs her too tightly.
Make it loose. She'll grow into it.
All right. One moment, please. He goes into his wagon and you hear some rustling, and eventually he walks out, first holding the white coat for you. It's a similar style. There's a bit more trim to it, a few embellishment details, but it's effectively the same. It's effectively the same coat, just a bit fancier.
I pop the metal piece off the top right on my shoulder, and I put the coat on and reattach that to that coat.
All right. And then he walks in and pulls out he pulls out a pile of clothes almost as tall as him. And they're small dresses, skirts, blouses, an assortment of clothing that a young girl would wear. These are for her. Most of them aren't the better materials I have, but it will do. That'll be 100 gold in total.
I hand him 100 gold, and I pack all her stuff up in the bag of holding.
Would you like anything else?
Got a hat?
One moment. He pulls out, he goes in, and you wait there for about 10 minutes before he comes out again, and pulls out 5 hats.
Is any of them a white Stinson?
What?
Cowboy hat.
Ah. Are you freaking McCree right now?
Oh, yeah.
One looks close. It has a slightly wider brim, but it's the closest one out of them. There's also a hat that the girl seems to vehemently pull towards.
And she can get
it's that. It's like a witch's hat. It's like the brim is almost wider than her. Yeah. That's an extra 20 gold.
Thank you, kind sir.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your patronage. May you and your daughter have a wonderful day. And before you can even correct... Or do you even correct him?
You're the pet.
Nope.
And he just wanders off with his group again and pockets his gold and is kind of happy about everything. The girl is extremely happy with her hat.
She's got a witch hat and some goggles.
Yeah.
And a full wardrobe, apparently. Apparently a whole pile of clothes.
Watch her want none of them.
Look, bro.
I was going to say, watch one of them be a witch outfit.
All right. So...
Yeah, Heaven, you didn't even look at the outfit he pulled for her. You just took them.
And I need a shower. She needs a shower. Everybody needs a shower.
Do you want to roll for investigation for a bathhouse?
Sure.
All right, roll investigation check.
Come on, you want outside?
You immediately find a bathhouse.
This is gonna be kind of awkward. Let's just get this over with.
Okay, for the sake of this, the girl doesn't exactly know how to bathe. In fact, she's kind of scared of steaming waters.
Oh God, she doesn't know how to swim.
Bathhouse waters aren't that deep. It's completely fine, I promise you.
Her eyes seem like almost a deer in headlights again, where she's like looking between you and the water, and then she slowly puts a foot in. And then when she realizes it's fine, she like does a full cannonball in. And given her size, she actually managed to do that without hurting herself. And then she manages to mostly wash herself, but you have to help her with a few other areas. But beyond that, yeah, it's not as awkward as you'd think.
It's pretty awkward.
True, but not as awkward as it could have been. You guys get out. You feel amazing. She's like just staring at her skin. And like she's now taking on, like before where she was she was a dull dark, her skin's almost shiny.
All that grime.
Yeah. Yeah, her skin's shiny, her hair is like much glossier and like where before it was like a gray, now it's like a pure, almost snowy white. And
I take my old coat and I cut it up into ribbons and I tie her hair up.
Oh my freaking God, are you really turning into this?
Roll a sleight of hand check. You go all out with this. Like she's got small she's got like a braid with like ribbons tied throughout it. And I'm a rich guy that had nothing better to do his whole life. I'm pretty sure I learned some stuff that wouldn't be standard. Yeah. This is the knowledge you learned when you were bored one day.
How to French braid.
Pretty much. And like the drow elf this is the best day for life. You two get back to the
year.
Yeah, no, you two get back to the tavern, and Rainer and Elizabeth, you both see Xing walk in, and then the drow elf with the hat, the braid, the ribbons,
and the goggles.
She is beaming. Yeah, she is like ecstatic. And Xing just has this like smug look on his face.
Yeah,
Someone had fun.
Yeah, why?
I was just stating. You two look like you had fun today.
The girl like excitedly nods to you. The hat like flops, the top of the hat flops a bit when she does.
Just head banging.
Pretty much. Okay, so Elizabeth, how did you spend your day?
Search for a magic shop.
You roll an investigation check. The town has no magic shop, and it seems there was a caravan that had one of its traders being a person who deals in magical items, but beyond that, no.
A blacksmith? Is there a blacksmith?
Yes, you ask and Haven points you out to the blacksmith that he went to go get the goggles from. You find the same old man. What you want?
Something wrong? What's with the attitude?
Well, 3 of my apprentices just ran off with most of my savings, so I think I'm entitled to be a bit of an ass.
Do you have any plate armor by any chance?
Plate?
Yeah.
I think I did. And again, one of my apprentices stole it. I do have a few pieces from another suit lying around, but Give me a few days and I might be able to fix it up.
How much would it cost?
He scratches the sizable beard he's got. He's just
Mutton chops.
Yeah, he's got like full Portland man going on with the mutton chops as well. I got most of the materials. It's just the bindings and the inner workings that I need to replace. Say about $750.
Yeah, sounds like a deal.
Just for the sake of it, this is gonna have a penalty to its AC because this stuff isn't complete yet. It only has an AC of what splint armor would be, which is still 17.
All right.
If you want it to be the full plate armor, you're going to need to get it like fully fixed at an actual blacksmith somewhere else. But for now, you at least have a suit of plate armor that just has an AC of 17. So yeah, you'll have this by the end of the week.
All right.
Is there anything else, or?
No, that's about it.
All right. Rainer, how do you do? What do you do?
Well, now that I can't use the shark skin, I'm gonna try to get rid of it somewhere.
All right. How do you want to get rid of it?
No, I mean like sell it to somebody potentially, maybe at the general store guy.
You don't know the general store exists. Roll an investigation for it. It takes you longer than you'd like to admit, but yes, you do find the general store. You also find the mail, and it's how can I help you?
Hello. Would you, perchance, have any interest in this? And I just pull out the, I guess, dried up shark skin. Is it jerky right now? Is that what it is?
With a bit more treatment, yes. It'll be a bit more chewy, but it would certainly serve.
No, that was a DM question. I'm sorry.
Sorta. You like that guy said, you need to treat it a bit more in like a smoking house, but
so he could sell it potentially.
He could make it into jerky for you.
You okay over there, Brian?
Sorry,
you said that guy. You got two people over there?
I believe so, maybe. Anyways,
how many rations would that equal?
About a pound would equal a full week.
7 days worth of rations?
Yeah.
Sure, let's do that. Let's get something out of this. How much would that cost?
To do that, it would cost about 10 gold, since you're already providing the meat and material. It'll be done in 3 days.
Okay. I hand him the skin.
Thank you. He pockets it and... Anything else you want to do?
The thing is, it's my duty. It's what I do. You can't make any decisions based on me before me. That would be a mistake.
No, I think I'm good for right now.
All right. How do you spend the next 6 days?
Introducing Duo by Lazy
That's a good question.
Because this is a small town that likely doesn't have a person that specializes in glasses. And even then, people that specialize in glasses wouldn't readily be able to sell eyewear with a tint strong enough to combat the natural aversion to sunlight that drow possess. Because you got to remember, drow have a sensitivity to sunlight that's almost on par with vampires. Because a drow, let me pull up this real quick just to tell you what it is.
Their eyes adjust to the low light, blah blah blah. It's like trying to force a mole.
Yeah, drow have sound-light sensitivity. They have disadvantage on attack rolls and on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight when you, the target of your attack, or whatever you are trying to receive, is in direct sunlight.
What?
Essentially, to drow, it's the equivalency of having a floodlight pointed directly at you and about 3 inches in front of you.
Are you playing with me? Is it your friend?
So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Anyways, so
your doctor will test to see if you.
how do you guys want to spend the rest of your week?
Well, I guess me and her will spend it working and playing, I guess.
So basically just like the bonding montage.
Yep.
So happy together. I can't.
I'm more imagining, have any of you seen Commando?
God, I don't remember. I think I have.
It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he's trying to rescue his daughter from random dictator. But basically there's like this opening scene where they're basically just playing where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger with like a 10-year-old daughter. And it's basically just like bonding, playing tag, eating ice cream, feeding deers.
I will be so happy.
So yeah, that's sort of what I'm imagining with Haven and with Jing and the Drow Elf, except like it's all a bit more, it's like it's a bit more twisted.
And we're making money.
Yeah. You're like teaching her how to work. She in turn is like just sort of imprinting on you and the others whenever she's around them.
Oh, imprinting. That's a strong word.
I mean, you sort of saved her from death, so.
Oh yeah, make sure she's eating proper meals.
Yeah, you do notice she starts to revert, unless you insist. As you like sort of look over her shoulder while she's eating, she starts to like eat less again.
He looks tough, but he's actually pretty.
She also has a weird habit of inspecting everything she eats very carefully, and if she thinks, and if she accidentally bumps something without knowing it, she immediately crushes it and smacks it away. Before just moving on.
Like nothing happened.
Oh, yeah, basically.
We will get to those things, but right now we are working.
All right, so, Rainer, how do you spend yours?
I guess I'm gonna try to find a library or a bookshop in this town.
Roll investigation check. This is gonna cover 6 days of searching.
Bruh.
Try your damnedest, but for the first 3 days, you cannot find a bookstore.
Okay.
Want to roll another investigation to cover the other 3?
Can I? Okay, what? I'm trying to figure out what the symbols on these dice are, since we know they're not magic, but none of us can read them.
Okay, so roll an investigation check. You get a vague sense, okay, you do know that they're not Dwarven, Common, Elven, or any other language you've known, including Dwarven, basically.
Yeah.
So you know they're not any of those. Yeah, and they're not like any kind of magic symbol.
Did that burn up my last 3 days?
That burned up 1.
Alright, I guess I'll try to find... Considering I just got stabbed through my forearm, I guess I'll try to find a place that sells, like... What are they, bracers? Is that what they're...
Yeah, that would be armor. So you find yourself... So roll an investigation check first.
Hold on, would that count as armor? Negating my...
Would it be made of metal, or would it just be made of, like,
leather? Necessarily. I'm thinking more like leather.
Then no, that wouldn't count as armor. Like, how much also would this cover?
Bottom of my hand to my elbow.
So basically the wrist to the elbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's barely armor.
Well, I got stabbed through that point, so preventative measure now.
Yeah, okay. But, yeah, you do find... Well, first roll the investigation check to find the... You do. You find the crotchety old man. Turns. He just stares at you.
Hello.
What we need is a Christmas miracle.
People all day today.
Well, this is like 3 days later. Do you have any... I'm just gonna say bracers, because I'm pretty sure that's the word.
Right here in
You can sell
Let me check. You got some checks.
I helped supervise
No.
No. Opening bid is 5,000. Do we have 5,000? 5,000. Do we have 6,000?
I think this will work. And he brings out like this. It's a bracer that's sort of made of like, yeah, it is a leather bracer, but it also has like some elements of a carapace in it, but it's in places where it wouldn't even be able to be used as armor. It seems more decorative. Like, yeah, a massive bug's shell, pieces of a massive bug's shell have been implemented into it. I got this.
Is that 1 or 2?
It's 2.
That looks great. Does it cover the area I talked about?
Yeah, it does.
All right, I'll take them.
50 gold.
12,000.
Oh, would Rainer suspect anything?
13,000.
15,000.
Roll perception check.
Nope.
As far as you can tell, he's being honest about this.
Wait, wouldn't that be insight?
Well, oh no, wait, that was for the braces themselves. Yeah, no, they look fine.
Okay.
And yeah, then roll an insight check if you want to see if he's lying.
Now, I'm trying to decide whether or not, in this situation, would he feel like he's being taken advantage of or not. It require an insight check.
In this case, given what Rainer's gone through in the past few weeks...
I forgot about that. He's got trust issues now with strangers.
Yeah, no, he has trust issues with anybody. Yeah, no, this guy's being completely honest. It's just... He doesn't have the best attitude. He just doesn't have the best, he doesn't have the best people skills, you get the sense of, but he's definitely not trying to screw you out of any money. The price he's giving you is definitely the price of what these materials cost him.
All right, and I put the 50 gold down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna write these as bug bracers.
That's what you can write them as. All right. What do you want to do the rest of the days? The last one, I mean.
I guess I'll just hang out with Jing and Lisa and try to, I guess, attempt to...
Lisa?
Yep. Not Lisa. Fuck. Lucy.
Are you calling the Drello for Lisa?
I think...
Dude,
no,
you guys spent one night together. Good God.
Shut up.
Lucy.
Shut up. Shut up.
Hey, I'm turning it around, buddy.
Right?
Oh, yeah, you guys called her Lucy.
I'm pretty sure we agreed on that in the end of last session, or am I wrong?
Haven't? Did you write down the name?
Yes, Lucy.
All right, yeah, it's Lucy.
Presented by Boston Yellow, highly realistic, beautiful artificial.
You guys do realize well, no, I'm not going to say anything else about her. I'm only going to say that she managed to pick her way.
Didn't give me one.
Yeah, no, she managed to pick her way into... Rainer, you do know that she managed to lockpick her way into your room.
Yeah, which is one of the things I'm going to poke at her when I'm trying to teach her how to speak Common.
Okay, so...
That is why I'm going to spend
this is going to be over the week. Roll... Jing, would you try to help Rainer teach Lucy to speak Common?
Sure.
Okay, so...
I'd probably want to teach her Celestial over Common, but sure.
She can partly read Common.
Right. All right. Roll... Rainer, roll a intelligence check with advantage.
Oh, goody. Just 2 rolls. 15.
Over the course of the week, you managed to teach her the basic elements of speaking Common. She's at about the level of a preschooler. Like, she's barely able to form sentences, and at the moment, she only really seems to understand yes and no. But, hey, it's a way to, at the very least, get her to talk. If you want to teach her more, you're going to have to spend more weeks and possibly even months.
I will give up my pursuit of the flute of mastery and teach her English.
What is the flute of mastery?
English.
What the fuck is the flute of mastery?
The 10,000 hours required to master anything.
Oh, okay.
I thought we went over this last week.
Maybe in a previous session, but not last week.
No, we talked about it last week.
I don't remember.
You guys were always asking why he's doing the performance check so much.
Oh, speaking of check, how much gold did we make?
So, by the end of the week, Lucy can... Well, the first thing you taught Lucy was how to say her name. And Elizabeth, you were like leaning in on this night where it's like Jing and Rainer are like the proud parents of her saying her first words. It was a really weird scene for you to watch in.
Yeah, Aunt Elizabeth.
Yeah.
They make a nice couple.
Do you say this or do you just like think this?
I say it.
All right. Anyways. So, yeah, Lucy can say her name. She can say your guys' names, and yes and no.
Well, considering she was a mute before, I guess that's progress.
It's amazing progress.
So by the end of the week, how much gold did me and Lucy make on our jobs?
Anyways, by the end, the week comes to an end, and Rainer, on the end of the day before the week ends, or before the new week rolls around, Lisa starts writing to you again. Because another thing that you noticed, she was silent the entire week. And even if you tried initiating conversation, she said nothing.
Oh dear.
And then at the end of the week, she said, "Are you ready?"
Prepare your anus, bruh.
So morning rolls around, and
oh, for the record, I've been pushing my bed against the door to stop her from opening it. Unless it's an open-out bed, then that doesn't matter.
bed? What?
The door opens into the hallway instead of opening into the room.
Okay, so I'm pushing like my bed or something, so she doesn't wander into my room again. Because that was way too awkward the first time.
All right, so.
Three giant red ones and they never blink. It's unsettling.
Giant airship.
Anyways, so the final day rolls around, and you find there's a series of wagons outside.
Oh, sweet God.
With a few guards and a very well-dressed man in front of the middle one. And as the three of you filter out...
right out of the hotel or out of the town?
Right outside the inn.
Oh, fuck.
The moment as you four wander out, and...
Oh yeah, what dress did Lucy end up picking?
Lucy picked a sort of frilly dress that sort of reminiscent of a maid's uniform.
Oh, that's adorable.
She's still wearing the hat and the goggles, though. So it's a really weird look.
That's fine.
Anyways, she's got like long capped gloves.
Her hair's in a braid. She's wearing a hat, goggles.
Wearing white ribbons. It's like a real...
Wait, you tied it with white ribbons? You won't be able to see them.
It's different shades of white, so it's...
White on white is still hard to see, man. You know what I'm nitpicking. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
My stalling tactic should not be continued.
Anyway, so... You two manage... The more well-dressed man seems a bit older. He's also elven. He walks up, and he approaches Rainer. Are you Rainer?
Yes.
He immediately socks you in the gut.
Can I dodge?
No. The guy moves with a speed that even for you is sort of almost inhuman.
Is this guy a monk?
You don't know. He sucks you in the gut and then slams you in the face.
I probably deserve that.
Madame Lisa said as much. Get into the middle carriage. And then he points to the other three. You three get in the other.
What are you doing here?
Madam Lisa?
And before you can even argue this, the man starts dragging you, Rainer, and just chucks you into the carriage.
Well, to be fair, he did just gut punch me and head knock me. I'm lucky if I'm conscious.
You still are.
Not true.
Surprisingly, you don't feel as much pain as you should, but
You don't have to worry.
you definitely feel sore.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I probably deserve that.
And as you get in the carriage, it is... Well, first I'm going to say for the other three. You three get in the other carriage, and you notice the guards going up to your rooms, emptying out your stuff, paying the innkeeper for... They appear to have covered almost all the charges for you.
Wouldn't we have done that every day?
Yeah, no, they, She... Actually, you guys more collected a tab. Which...
We're not freaking lowlight. We have the gold.
In this case, you did collect a tab, but the guards just managed to pay the entire thing off.
It wouldn't
So
have been
you
that much.
effectively needed nothing. Anyways, the carriages start lurching into motion, and these are the self-moving carriages.
First time we've ever seen these.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, first time Rainer has.
Yeah, Rainer, this is the first time, and you're like, holy fuck, what the hell's going on? But, Jing,
So
Lucy
I'd be
is losing her
remiss-
mind at how cool this thing is.
It's okay. I am.
Like, she's effectively bouncing off the walls. She's just,
This is a family.
she's ecstatic.
Decorations look beautiful.
I wish.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask where we were going.
The guards meet you with dead silence.
Were we going to the capital?
That's
You
what
guys don't know.
No, not
I
the
told
shake.
them Lisa said to go to the capital, but that was before all this shit happened.
Yeah, no. So as far as Jing, Elizabeth, and Lucy know, well, Lucy wouldn't even know really. You don't have any idea where you guys are going. Rainer, you do know. You think you know at least the capital.
How big is this cart?
Enough where 3 people have sizable amounts of leg room.
Is it big, like just built big, or is it big like?
It is
freaking-
built big.
Okay.
And which side is Elizabeth sitting on?
Which side are you sitting on, Elizabeth?
Across from Shing.
Across from you, Shing.
Where are the guards sitting?
They're on the outside of the carriage.
Oh my God, you're a family with your child going to the country.
Except
And
going
how many guards are there around the carriage?
4.
Snoop up?
And considering there's 2 carts and 4 carts.
Wait, what? How
Oh
many
no, wait,
carts?
2 carts. Sorry. There's 2 carts, 4 guards for each.
So,
So
Misspoke.
8 guards.
Yep. And the butler sits with you, Rainer.
what butler? You said a well-dressed guy. Just say
He was a butler.
Okay, so he probably is a monk.
And he's got like the well-groomed mustache. His hair's graying a bit, but it's still, the mustache still a
Is it
stark
freaking?
black.
Is it freaking?
It covers most of his
Alfred?
mouth.
Why not?
It's not Alfred levels of beard edge.
Sebastian.
Sebastian doesn't have a beard.
No, I was saying one thing and you explained something else. And I went the wrong way on that.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't have that level of beardage yet. But oh no, wait, yeah, no, he's got like a thick mustache.
What race are the guards?
Their armor covers most of them. You can't tell.
What
Fuck
race
it.
was the butler?
Elven, or you guess half elven because he's got a beard.
Can elves? Know? Motherfucker, what are you doing?
None of them
knew
I don't
react.
this was gonna happen to me.
I don't take it well to be kidnapped.
We're not being
Kevin?
kidnapped. If anything, I'm
None
being
of them
kidnapped and
react.
you're being asked to follow.
Yeah, Jing, none of them flinch.
If anything, you probably knocked out Elizabeth.
She's Elven too.
Lucy,
She's a drow.
oh no, wait.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
Dragon
isn't.
Lady. Is she immune to sleep?
Oh.
Elizabeth, are you immune to sleeps?
No.
Does that cover your hit points? 28?
Actually, now remind me, I have not rolled for my hit points when I leveled up.
Alright, roll your hit die. Holy shit!
I guess that's a no.
Nope. So
Wow!
wait.
I've never seen anyone crit on hit die before. Well, you're a tank.
That was a miracle.
What were your hit die before?
24.
Wow. You have 37 hit points now? At level 3?
Yep.
So,
Hello, Buffalo Antiques and stuff.
I assume this butler has some choice words for me.
so, Rainer, you're stuck in the carriage with Butler Man. He's just giving you the evil eye. Like, you feel that he is more intimidating than the spider with how he's staring at you.
Can I help you? Yes, I'm looking for a present for my dad.
I go to, like, rub my head in the awkward anime fashion. It's like, oh my god, I have hair?
Yeah, you go to rub it, it's like, what the shit? You also go down to rub your chin and you realize you have, like, slight stubble. Actually, no, since I don't think you've ever shaven, you're actually growing, like, quite a sizable beard. Like, you're realizing you have hair in all weird places on your head, and it's like, the butler's just staring at you. Originally, it was the withering stare of a father wronged, but now it's more settled into, what the hell?
Sorry. I was shaved. Then we got knocked out for 3 weeks. I didn't think I'd had hair.
Did you find what you were looking for?
He just sighs and slowly puts his palm to his forehead before opening a small ledger and looking for something. Anyways,
How did you manage that so quickly? Oh, I'm so
what's going on?
teenage children.
What are you guys doing, basically? Because
I'm concerned whether or not I should get out the journal or not. I'm not sure I want him to know about this. I guess I'll just take out Oscar.
you take out Oscar and, like, start just trying to open him up, and he's just not moving. Roll a performance check.
Oh, I have a liar. Would that give me advantage?
No.
I don't imagine.
Just roll performance.
Nope.
Yeah, if you were trying at all to give off the impression that
Unfortunately, I can't.
you're not completely freaked the hell out by all of this, you failed miserably.
Yeah, there's no way in hell he wouldn't.
I'm sorry, Jack.
Yeah, no, they got...
If anything, Rainer's more impressed with him that he almost got knocked the fuck out by a butler.
Yeah, let me calculate damage real quick.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I got hit twice. So I assume a fury of blows. How bad? Hold on a minute. Was he one of the guys that gave me the stink eye on the island when I gave Lisa her...
Yes.
Okay.
He was.
Okay. I should have bought a razor while I was here. But I didn't know I had hair.
For the sake of sanity, let's have that.
Holy fuck! No, if we're gonna stay in the cart all day, that's fine.
Yeah, you're barely holding on to the strings there.
I got 5 points left. Holy shit! Wait, D8s? Is this guy freaking level 15 or something?
11 would be... 11's the baseline for D8s.
But 15 can also have D8s. So my question's not wrong.
Yeah. But...
Holy shit! I almost got knocked out by a butler.
Yep.
There's no way in hell I could fight this guy.
You get that sense, yeah.
You never know until you try.
Motherfucker almost KO'd me in 1 round.
You don't know that. You feel that, but you don't know that.
All the more reason you probably wouldn't try.
Hold on. Let me do the actual math on that. If he got both of those 8 plus the 4, he would have knocked me out in 2 punches.
If he had been at level 20, he might have done Quivering Palm if he was level 18.
Yeah, that
is the level of malice he has towards you at the moment.
Good to know. Here's the question. He has that level of malice against me, but how much shit would he get from Lisa if he did that?
Probably
you
not
never know
much.
what kind of resources he has. Give you the taste of death and then revive you. Because again, magic.
No, martial arts.
He just slams his fist into your chest and just manually restarts your heart. Reverse Kali Ma style.
Now you have a
Rips
giant
it out.
hole in your chest.
Yeah, rips it out, forces it to start beating, shoves it back in.
Hold on a minute. He would have had to hit my AC first. Or was
You
he
weren't
that
assuming
good?
dodge or any kind of attack.
What?
For monks, barbarians, and just anybody, AC means, or at least for those with unarmored defense, your AC is basically both a measure of your body's general fitness and your preparedness to dodge attacks. If you were a barbarian, he would have had to go against your AC. But since you're a monk, you weren't expecting it.
Okay.
And again, he moved much faster than you can react.
Passive of 16.
He beat that.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Yes, that was very unfortunate.
So,
I'm sorry to say that.
Well, she was a magnificent person.
On to cart number 2.
Jing, do you try and help? Oh yeah, no, you knock Lucy out.
I thought she was Elven.
Yeah, she's a
Oh,
drow.
yeah,
She can't.
Never mind. So do you want to teach Lucy more common?
Yeah, why not? How about hell no?
Make her forget your name.
For some reason, you forget common for a few minutes.
I'm speaking only in Celestial for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, the rest of that day you can't think in Common at all. It's just Celestial.
I'm still highly upset that we're basically being kidnapped.
No, we're being escorted. Much better.
Yeah, an escort means they asked me to get into the cart. They shoved people into these carts.
No, they shoved
They
Rainer
shoved
into the carts.
me into these carts.
They asked guided. You to. Yeah, no, you guys were guided.
I'm the one who has a potential relationship with the people that pay them. You are just the guest.
Pretty much.
They don't give two shits about you. They hate me.
One of them hates you. You don't know about the others.
I'm going to assume they all hate me.
Okay, so night eventually does roll around, and the caravan stops for the night. The campfires are put out, and the butler ensures that he is sitting next to Rainer at all times throughout the night. Like, you know how Oscar gives you that friendly presence of always being on your shoulder and the happiness of friendship?
This guy's the devil watching over.
No, this guy is the specter of death. Just staring over his shoulder out of you from the side of his eye, just...
Oh, Christ. I think I get it now. He's been watching her since she's been, like, 2, hasn't he?
You don't know. You can certainly ask.
He's Alfred, bruh. He will mess your world up.
Are you trying to perform for the guards?
Nope. I'm performing for myself and anybody else that wants to listen.
You're performing for Lucy, then.
I will help with my lyre.
To save you 30% more space.
Not much, but we make a funny tune.
Yeah, you do thoroughly entertain Lucy, though. She's, like, extremely happy.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
How much gold did we make when we were working?
Let me check real quick. You made 29 gold.
Yay! 29. Whee!
You rolled two. You rolled 2 2s.
Who rolled 2 2s?
Ignore
Rainer.
that. I was trying to go into the lyre thing because it's weird because I have proficiency in it, but and it's for some reason it's going off my dexterity, but my performance is a charisma based thing, so I think that's wrong. I don't know. Freaking tool proficiencies are freaking weird. I'll just click performance next time.
Okay.
14-minute total body workout combining.
Oh, should I? Oh, they probably have more than enough food, but should I look for food for everyone?
Do you really want to move out of his sight?
Probably not a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, no, wherever you turn, he seems to be there. Somehow. One second. Ooh. Oh no.
Oh god, you rolled low on your encounter rate, didn't you?
We're gonna fight a nightmare.
I have 5 fucking points, man.
With Flip, you will own this Black Friday because all the best deals and hottest items are
There is one thing that comes up in the night.
Well,
Oh
One
shit.
moment.
Okay, so we're sleeping, or are we not?
Nope. You're all right there.
I'm trying really hard.
I was zoomed
You,
in for
the
map.
butler.
Where was I? Top left.
Yep.
Well, let's see this sweet butler art.
You just want another knuckle sandwich, don't you?
Dude, if this is gonna go how I think it's gonna go, I am going to get daggers stared at me all day and then get knocked the fuck out when I'm not paying attention.
God damn it, there's no good art.
To be honest, my game had lag, but when he punched you, I hit burning hands. But it never popped.
As we were riding the carts, I remember I forgot to pick up my armor.
Oh yeah, you
That
forgot
was the
that.
end of the day. But
End
that was
of the week.
Was it the morning of the 7th day?
You just forgot your armor.
Fuck. You just
But
gave
But
away.
she didn't pay for it either, so.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. That dude is
Okay, for
probably
the sake of sanity,
dead.
because I cannot find any art for this guy, he will just be the black. He will just be the black circle.
Boo.
Hey, you try to find good art with the free assets.
Dude, you could literally just... Oh wait, I don't know how the DM thing. Couldn't you just search Elvin Butler in Google and just pull an image?
At the moment, I would do that if I was smart, but I'm not at the moment. Anyways,
Make that as a note for
Dang it.
future. Oh shit. You alright, Necro?
Yeah.
Where is Lucy?
Non-combatants.
non-combatant, man. Anyway, so
Plus there are 8 guards. She can hide in the carriage.
You'll get ready as it's required.
she is.
This is Brooke.
But
So are we
Where
in
are
the middle of
said
the desert right
carriages?
now?
at the moment, there is that.
And this is
It's winding down, but
We'll be looking after Mastermind.
Rainer and Elizabeth, well, everybody roll perception checks.
Passive of 16.
I'm still thinking about my armor.
Here's my question. What is the point of passive perception wisdom?
Passive perception is okay. Essentially, imagine you're like sitting around a fireplace, and it's what you would like hear and see without actively looking.
Okay.
It's sort
So
of
if
like
someone
that
tried to
thing
hit
when
you
guards
without
hear a
knowing
noise
they're
off to the
there.
off to the.
So if someone shot an arrow went off screen, and if it rolled
And
under
it-
a 16, I would see it.
You would hear it, yeah. You would, well, depending on where they shot it, yes. You'd either hear or see it.
If a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, does it make any noise?
Yeah, Jeff fell over 2 weeks ago. He won't shut up about it.
So
Best is Haven's 13.
Jing, you do recognize You remember the Blink Wolf?
Oh, fuck.
You hear similar sounds of distortion as almost immediately this thing just like rolls into camp.
Fuck you, did it follow us all the fucking way across the country?
For one
Is it
thing,
the
this
same
one...
wolf?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And
Night, night, asshole.
doesn't work.
Damn it. Why are you so useless, you spell?
The wolf
It has to
zeroes in on
eclipse
you,
its
Rainer,
points. It's what?
and bum rushes you.
It's attacking me.
But yes. However,
But it's about to get knocked the hell out.
damn,
What is
Butler
that?
was Butler.
Butler get 3 attacks?
Fury of blows.
Is 2.
He's got something
your
else
level.
going on.
3.
Yeah, as a bonus action.
Oh, okay, so first attack, then bonus action. Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, and he can also make a last attack because he's got extra attack too.
Right, because he's high level. I
Because
assume
he's
the
going to
15
fuck all of your
is
life
the only
up.
one that might have hit.
Mm. Oh
So
wait, it's
he
plus
hits with a
6.
24
Yeah,
and a
it's plus
22.
6 for attack bonus and 4 for dex bonus to attacks. And I'll just... He, in a blur of motion, Rainer, that you've seen only your instructor do, he almost intercedes and his fist, sort of like in almost all fighting animes, the fist sort of makes its jaw indent slightly before flinging it to the side. And the butler is now turned that death gaze to the wolf. Rainer, from what you get, he might hate your guts, but he's sure as hell not going to let you die yet.
Only I can kill him. Ah!
Funny enough, Rainer, that's sort of the mentality you get from him. If anyone's going to
He's
kill
a
this...
master.
If anyone's killing this bastard, it's me.
So either it runs away or we're rolling initiative, right?
Roll initiative.
Yeah. You have to highlight your character first. Haven't. For it to automatic.
Since when?
Since always. That's how it
I've
automatically
never
appears.
highlighted my character once.
That's how you highlight it, so it auto-fills to the turn order when the turn order appears. That saves the DM some work.
I've never highlighted my character before, and it usually automatically goes there.
Do you have a yellow thing above the number that says unable to send to whatever?
You wanted to send the results of this roll to the turn tracker,
Yeah.
but not valid token was selected.
Right. So you rolled, but your icon was not appropriately marked. Just remember that from going forward, I guess.
And have to roll for the butler. That was... He seems to have pulled... Yeah, that was the butler.
Well, you got a free hit in, so we're fine. Probably look at that. Between me and Elizabeth and Jing, we'll probably kill it before he can go again.
I don't know that.
He just got hit with 10.
What if he's got 100 hit points? You don't know.
Or the fact we're gonna keep missing.
Anyways,
I mean,
you're up.
So
Elizabeth, you're up.
Early Black Friday deals now at Ashley Homes.
isn't there 213?
Misses.
Next.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
All
Can't
right.
do anything else.
Okay, Bran,
Rainer, you're up.
okay, hit him with my +1 quarterstaff.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh my god! Wait, is he that just wouldn't be. Never mind.
He's not surrounded.
Alright.
He's got a full view of who's hitting him.
Alright, I'm gonna spend a key point and do unarmed strike, and hold on, I can add abilities to this now. Must succeed on a dex saving throw or be knocked prone. They both hit. Roll a dex and beat 14.
It beats it.
Okay, he's not knocked prone, but I get
Roll
2 unarmed
damage.
strikes. I think. Does 17 hit?
Yes. Wait. No, 17 does not hit.
Are
Wait,
you-
yeah, 17.
Really?
Yeah, no, 17 doesn't hit.
How
Surprisingly.
big is this wolf?
Pretty big. The only problem is a lot of its fur is missing, and instead is like this sort of disgusting layer of bone.
Alright, so it took 8 damage.
Like, there's still patches of fur on it, but the majority of it is bone.
Oh fuck, is this an undead blink wolf?
No, it's still breathing.
Okay.
Just seems to have no fur.
Alright, that was a 7 from my unarmed strike. Because I'm pretty sure 23 hits.
Yeah.
And that's my
Mr.
turn.
Wolf. Mr. Wolf.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh!
Only take 7.
Ah, so it does have affinity to something.
That or its body is just weird. It is. The wolf still seems adamant on you, Rainer.
What, did it smell my cape?
Maybe.
I pull out my jar. I'm gonna add your eyeballs to this jar.
Doesn't seem interested in you.
Did you
Well,
count
wait.
that 1 from my bludgeoning damage?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. I don't want it to be ignored.
It did regain its teleport, which it is going to utilize.
Would we get attack of opportunity, or is that a disengage?
No, it's just instantaneous. It's just there. And boop. It is going to attack you from behind,
Oh,
Rainer.
fuck. Try. Come on, bring it.
Oh, it was almost a 17. Next is the
Oh, you're
butler.
using the 3D dice. That's what's going on.
He's gonna do another 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Two in the attack action and flurry of blows.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said the wolf was doing 4 attacks.
No.
That's what my brain heard. So yeah, I'm lucky he didn't decide to kill me yesterday.
Oh.
That's a natural 20.
And it looks like it's the only one that hits.
So what is that, 4d8?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Jesus. Well, if it's unarmed strikes... No, wait, it's unarmed. It's 1d8, so 2d8. Just not as separate attacks. $11. 1 as a crit.
He shatters a portion of the bone.
Wait, why did he have a +2?
Some reason that's just with the attack. For some reason he does +2 damage.
If it's the same way as normal monks, that should be his dex. That should be his modifier. So that should be a +4 or
4.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it should be his dex.
Sorry, mod. Numbers is not. I am not good with numbers at the moment, so that would be 4. 13. Yeah, he cracks a good portion of the bone on its side.
So I guess Elizabeth's up.
Yep.
Come on, kill it.
Misses.
That's the second 8.
Yep.
She's just in love with them 4s.
Wait, you only have 2 in strength?
Yeah.
Okay. Homebrew classes.
I got 3 in charisma and 3 in constitution.
Wait, did you just switch from your pokey stab to the silver axe?
Yeah.
Can she do that?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Alright. Oh wait, no, he's surrounded. Is he?
Yeah, he's surrounded, so roll with advantage.
Damage or attack?
Attack. Still misses. Rainer, you're up.
Second verse, same as the first. Oh!
Misses.
Oh wait, no, advantage. Still misses.
Misses.
Spending the key. And...
Thank you all for having me.
Misses.
Does he get the effect if I miss?
No, it has to hit.
Fuck. Okay, that's my attack. My turn. Wait, would those unarmed strikes get advantage?
I thought that
wasn't advantage. That was me hitting.
Okay,
twice.
then roll with advantage.
21.
That hits.
Beat 14 in dex.
That hits.
No, dex. His dex to be knocked prone.
Oh.
If he doesn't beat it, he's knocked prone. Open palm. It's 5 damage.
And it is knocked over.
Prone, yeah. No blinking for you, unless he can do that sitting down.
It doesn't require him to be standing up.
Whatever. That means we get something good if we hit him while he's sitting down in melee, right? Or am I making?
Yeah.
You're right.
No.
I just never thought that.
Jing, you're up.
Oh, this is with advantage. So cancel that. Advantage topical on.
That rolls damage. It dies. You
Yay!
have a new
I
feel.
get 20 temporary hit points.
You see its eyes turn from this burning, almost searing red to a dull, faded maroon as its body slowly slumps, and this almost reddish white gas emits off of its body and slowly gets drawn into your hand. You feel a surge
Your
of energy.
soul is mine.
Shang Tsung in here.
Yes, I do.
I don't know why I brought these kids here if it wasn't to give them a Merry Christmas. And I'm not talking
Okay. How much did we get for killing the giant blink wolf?
everybody's walking out.
Or is the fight still going?
Christmas tree, twinkling lights, so Santa
You don't know.
I'm gonna say it's not, because you just went back to the map.
So have we.
And we all deserve a Merry
The butler. Butler's looking at you pretty bad.
Not impressed at all. Still a
Pretty
death
much.
stare.
And if you don't like it here, you can go back.
Ooh.
Okay, how much XP
So
did we
who-
get? Because we're about to sleep. I'm sorry.
Hey, you're level 3. I'm still like 400 away from level 3.
How is that even possible? We did not get that much more XP than you. I think
I'm at
you forgot to count
687.
something. The only bonus I got like maybe 160.
Each
roll
person gets
The quantum vortex apparatus is
17 EXP.
We each get 17.
You realize what
Yep.
this means?
Blink Wolves only give 50.
It's a big blink wolf, though.
Yeah, still only gave 50.
306 away from being level 3. Yay!
How?
I think he missed some XP somewhere, because there's no way we're that far ahead of him.
Yeah, no, just for the sake of sanity here, everybody gets level 3.
It just
Wait.
check his XP, because there's something wrong here.
He's at 694 for some reason. Elizabeth, what are you at?
1019.
Yeah, you should be at way more than that.
At the very least, he should be just under Elizabeth, because we've gotten a little bit of roleplay XP, but not nearly enough
Yeah,
to
you got.
differentiate.
Yeah, Jing, you're missing 4,000. You're at 1,019. You're at level 3 now.
Yay, level 3.
Roll your hit die.
Accounting errors lead to level up.
Might as well.
Yeah, Jing, with that energy you pull out of the wolf, you feel like you suddenly got to level up, but you don't know why. Yay?
I take care of him. Sure you do.
Not gonna question it.
You also notice Lucy immediately approaches the wolf and is starting to carve into it and get meat.
That's what I was going to do. She's ahead of me. She's ahead of the game plan.
Help.
She starts.
I teach her how to do it properly.
You go to, and she already looks like she knows how to. She's cutting in. Her main priority is getting the heart out, which she immediately goes to devouring.
God damn it.
Was she around
Elizabeth.
when you did that?
No. No, she wasn't. But, Elizabeth, Lucy kind of looks at you, looks at the heart, and after she's eaten about half of it, gives you the rest.
I'll take and eat the rest.
She's just beaming with like bits of flesh and blood speckling her mouth and parts of her jaw.
Okay, that's enough of that.
And then she goes back and starts eating more of the meat. And Rainer, it's the first time you notice her teeth almost are sharpened to a point. Which, yeah.
Didn't we notice that earlier?
Yeah, but it's the first time you really get why. As she is ripping into the flesh. The knife seems to have been forgotten a bit.
Alright, I'm gonna prevent her from eating too much and put the rest into Elizabeth's bag of colding for later.
Roll a Constitution save.
What?
Just do it. I'll explain what happens.
19.
When you tell her to stop, she gives you the worst case of puppy dog eyes you have ever seen. It legitimately hurts you.
We're about to go to bed. You shouldn't eat right before you go to sleep.
You take 3 points of psychic damage from the amount of...
Fuck you. I'm going to sleep. I'm not counting it.
Still, the puppy
that would
dog
have brought me down to 2.
Yeah, no. The puppy dog eyes she's giving you is like withering to the point of you feel awful.
You can have more tomorrow. I'm being the good parent.
And you feel shitty. But you managed to survive it.
Right, how much of wolf pelt do we have in the bag of colding now?
Enough for another coat if you wanted to make it.
Wolf meat, sorry.
Oh, about 10 pounds.
Elizabeth, mark that down.
All right.
Because you own the bag of colding.
Yeah.
10 pounds.
Anyways.
Is that 16 enough to, like, debone it and stuff? I might make this a little coat for her. Be too big, but...
Oh, yeah, and also the maid uniform is now covered in blood as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, Jing, you get a good understanding of why she was so covered in grime. That a majority of it might have been dried blood from whatever she was eating.
Hey, it shouldn't have been in her way.
So we need to at least teach her how to eat from a fresh kill while not getting blood all over herself.
The butler's stare goes from withering to confused.
I'm a hunter. That's a thing. You kill a deer, you drink its blood.
The stare grows even more concerned.
No, that was out of character. Sorry, I need to be more specific when I say this. Say stuff.
But yeah, no, when you said we need to teach her how to eat a kill properly, the man gives you a confused look before motioning for you to get back in the carriage.
Wait, what?
This is the
Why are we getting
night.
back in the carriage?
To sleep?
Yeah. Rainer, he wants you to sleep in the carriage.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with this guy. He can kick my ass.
So, having Jing, Lucy, and Elizabeth. Jing, if you want to stay up a few more hours and try to teach Lucy some common, you can try.
Yes. Let's try that. Intelligence.
You make a bit of progress, not enough to get her to start speaking sentences, but you got her to say a few words.
Wolf, blood, eat.
Heart.
Good. So you all go to bed. You wake up the next morning. Rainer, you wake up to see the butler staring at you. Like, he's just...
Did he not go to sleep?
From your perspective, probably.
I think what we would probably do is start.
Awkward. I guess I get up and like, I don't know what to do in this situation.
Yay! I now glow brighter.
How much crazy homebrew crap are you getting?
This is actually from Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, the Asamir's level 3 thing.
I can fly now.
No, you can't.
Don't you worry, Elizabeth.
He's not a fallen.
I will find and tame a flying Nimbus. Then we can all fly.
You're turning into Goku.
Pretty much. Oh my god! And Lisa's a freaking rich random girl I randomly ran into. I am turning into Goku.
Oh yeah. Wait, you didn't see her naked.
He's gonna die, what, 3 times? 4 times?
Yeah, 4 times, and after the 4th one, he just doesn't want to come back. Which, considering my homebrew rule, considering death and resurrection, might actually apply.
Wait, what happened?
Nothing.
Alright.
But the carriages resume.
Where are we on the map right now? We're just in the middle of the circle? Or somewhere?
Pretty much.
You're not really a prince, are you?
I am.
No.
The title comes from my mother's side. Are you joining us for tea?
Oh, I don't want to look. Not
What do you want to do?
looking. I'm too scared.
What do you do?
I do not look in the journal.
Roll an intelligence check. Basic intelligence check.
Oh, Rainer's not that smart.
She's also my sister, but doesn't like
But he is now.
You know very well enough at the moment to not look in the journal. The man's stare only remains at that level of disdain.
He don't like me very well, does he?
Is this out of character or in character?
That was me doing a Bugs Bunny impression. Yes, out of character.
Yeah, no, but he just shakes his head at you, sort of sighs before just going back to staring.
Yeah, he has no reason to like Rainer, especially if he had to watch everything that happened while he was knocked out. That was out of character, and you didn't tell my third person.
Yeah, no. I know it was out of character. Anyways. The next day the day goes. Jing, do you try to teach Lucy more common?
I will help.
Yes.
You're in if
different card, right? Sorry.
Okay, make one intelligence check now.
Oh, my 20 temporary hit points are gone. Oh, no. Just 0, not negative.
You teach them a fair bit. You manage to teach her how to talk in basic sentences.
The dog
and
is brown.
No, it's more see Rainer run. Rainer runs. Like that kind of stuff, basically.
Cool.
I never had a happy Christmas.
And then it's just see Jing drink. Jing
She
drinks.
has not.
Him drink yet,
She's
actually.
never seen me drink.
She might have been watching you guys before you noticed her.
That's a good point.
That also is one of the first sentences she says. Another word she picks up is Lisa. That one was one she sort of picked up very early on.
Uh-oh, buddy.
So, as night comes again, make another intelligence check with advantage, with now Rainer helping you.
Yay! Advantage. Sorry, I'm also putting in spells, so I have to switch around on my page.
Understandable.
I think you want to pull over.
You teach her, she's about 3rd grade level now. Speaking in full embodied sentences. Language isn't that good, but hey, at the very least, she's speaking coherently and she's speaking well.
We just need to work on her grammar.
Yeah. I like the family dynamic of Rainer and Jing are like the parents trying to teach him, and Elizabeth's just that one like relative that just randomly pops in.
I'm just staring at him eating the meat from the wolf.
Hey, what took you guys so long? We were far.
So, anyways,
Like Tokyo Godfathers, almost.
He's also
pretty much. But, anyways,
If I'd known you were broke, I wouldn't have made a big deal about the bread.
Hey, Penny. What are you talking about?
So this whole time, has the butler said more than anything since we've left?
besides the initial statement, no. Well, actually, you have heard him talk to the butlers. The guards. They might be justice butlers, you don't know. But yeah, no. He has spoken to the others and you've overheard him, but he has never talked to you, Rainer. He's talked to Lucy. But Lucy seems to think he's a really nice guy.
The drow girl over me.
Yep.
That's how much he hates me.
More, it's just Lucy is really likable.
Well, that's more than fair.
And he may or may not be getting flashbacks to when Lisa was that age.
I knew it! I called that 20 minutes ago.
But yeah, no, it's like you, Jing, when Hugh, Rainer, and Elizabeth are talking, you just notice that the butler is sort of playing with Lisa.
Oh yeah, does he talk to either of them at all?
He talks. Surprisingly, he gives words of he does talk with Elizabeth a bit, but he doesn't talk with Jing. Elizabeth, most of the conversations he has with you involve Rainer.
Oh God, no! I'm dead.
What was that?
So the butler came up to you at a certain point and the butler comes up and asks you questions mostly about Rainer. In what kind of light do you paint him?
In a very bad light.
Bitch.
Roll a deception check.
Motherfucker.
Oh!
Well, Rainer's gonna just end up in a hole in the desert.
While the butler knows some of what you're saying is a flat-out lie, it does seem to confirm the worst of what his suspicions are.
They slept in the same room together.
You fuck. Why would you say that?
Oh no, he knew that part.
Oh,
but
okay, so
no,
Lisa
he
told
does
him
ask
about
you.
the chaperone.
There's one question that you can't seem. Well, okay. The question is, this Rainer fellow, is he an idiot?
Yeah.
Or
yes.
is he a person just playing with my dear Lisa's heart? And that his fist clenches slightly.
He's a complete idiot.
The hand loosens. At that point, and he's like stroking the mustache in contemplation. Well, that makes me both slightly happier and slightly more disappointed. Thank you. And he just walks off.
I hate you so much right now, Necro. You only roll well when you try to fuck with me.
He only rolls well when he tries to fuck with anybody.
Wait a minute, if Lisa told this butler about the freaking room incident, then she would have told him about Elizabeth, right? Would he get advantage on that roll?
What?
I assume she told him about Elizabeth. Like how she is.
You mean Lisa?
I started with Lisa.
Yes, she did. And it seems the butler already knew that.
Wait, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to get him an advantage somehow.
Yeah, so the night passes. You, Rainer, once again sleep. And you wake up at one point.
Chains around my arms?
No, you do wake up in the middle of the night at one point. The butler's like slowly sharpening a knife. Like he's got a small pumice stone and a knife covered in a suspicious stain. He's staring, he's sizing you up and slowly sharpening.
Is this him intimidating me?
Yes. Roll insight.
Insight, okay.
Damn it. You managed to figure out that no, he's not going to kill you, but
you don't have to get there in one piece.
You're also fairly certain he'd most definitely use it if he felt like it. So you're not outright terrified of the man, but
worried.
Yes. You eventually drift off to sleep again. Yeah, you eventually drift off to sleep again. Anyways, the next day comes and travel resumes. Raina, roll another intelligence check, this time with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Oh god, what's happening? Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
You again managed to resist the urge to pull out the journal.
Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have said anything.
And the butler clears his throat before pulling out the knife from his sleeve. Aren't you going to check something? And his fingers are slowly wrapping against the blade.
Can I make another intelligence check to say, oh crap, he already knows?
Intelligence save.
Save?
This is to avoid both the intimidation of him and the building temptation.
Oh, fuck, I have nothing. I was about to say, like, to deduce, oh, he already knows. So I'm being protective for nothing.
Ooh. You sort of start panicking and then quickly reach for the journal and look. And it's in a
But
simple,
how does he know
terse
he's
message.
talking about the journal?
He wasn't. But now he knows.
Fuck you.
I'm sleeping.
But he then...
Morning. We only terrace going in 15.
The butler looks satisfied. His mouth pulls into a slight grin. And he puts the knife away. What he knows is... And as you look, he
You
says...
already knew about this, didn't you?
There's not much Melissa doesn't tell me. Especially when it comes to her heart nearly breaking. I hope you know what kind of shit you're in for when you get there.
Honestly, I have no idea, and I probably deserve all of it.
She cried for a week. And he's not even looking at you, he's just looking at the knife.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help that
Your
I was
words
kidnapped.
are wasted on me. There is one person that they will be useful on, and she's not here. Until you manage to make her smile again, I will simply view you as a pile of garbage that can talk. Until then, no talking to her. And he snatches the journal and puts it into his coat.
I grab his knife.
Roll a sleight of hand check. The knife's gone. He looks through the journal. Well, she's following the well, good to know she didn't procure another one. And he then pulls out the other journal.
Wait, he has both?
Yep.
Motherfucker! He has the most smug grin. Yeah, he has a smug grin on his face. Anyways, how was the rest of the day?
What?
As you're gonna Jing, are you gonna try and teach Lucy more common?
Sure. I also have comprehend language.
That's
So,
temporary?
yeah, but I could understand whatever she was saying before. Also, I can read your stupid dice now.
You have to know what it is beforehand, don't you?
No. It's not how comprehend language works.
Let me check real
Doesn't that
quick.
work for speaking languages?
That was reading.
I don't know.
It's reading, but you have
Plus,
to put
you're
your
gonna need
finger
to
on.
get my dice first.
I don't think that would be a problem, mister.
You're in a different cart.
He has them already.
Fuck you! I have a passive 16.
But can you see invisible beings?
You understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language you hear, but you must be touching the surface of which the words are written on. It takes about 1 minute to read one page of text. The spell doesn't decrypt secret messages in a text or glyph, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language. So yeah, he could understand numbers.
Alright.
Not investigation, intelligence.
I just realized I have cutlery. I'm gonna try to shave my beard.
Is the cutlery just what you had? Because then I try to spin it as the butler just managed to put that in your pocket somehow.
No. In my explorer's kit comes with a mess kit and it has a simple cutlery. Which I assume are small.
All right.
Knives.
So when camp breaks for the night, when camp is made for the night, you
can't shave my head with a knife, but I can trim a beard.
Roll a sleight of hand check with a disadvantage.
Ooh.
Don't cut yourself, bro.
It's like a teenager's first time shave, and you get a few nicks, but for the most part, you get. What are you going for here? Like, are you going for
well, you said
grooming,
I
or
was getting a beard, right?
Yeah, are you just like going for a full shave, or are you like leaving a portion?
I'm trying to go for a full shave but not my top head, because that's impossible with a knife.
Yeah, no, you get like a few nicks and cuts, but for the most part,
just got stubble.
You get things going. Yeah, like you got a clean shave. If you rub against the grain, you do feel like slight stubble, but you manage to get everything down. There's just like a few cuts. You actually take. You take 1 point of slashing damage. The butler then comes up to you. If you want to do that right, I'll show you tomorrow. Honestly, I might not like you, but I will not tolerate somebody grooming themselves incorrectly. And then he also like takes a small handkerchief out and like hands it to you. You also need this for the blood. And you just now notice like there's small cuts on your face leaking out blood down your chin.
Crap. I guess I take the handkerchief.
And then take a sucker punch straight to the nose.
Okay, I just realized something.
Yeah?
Rainer and Lisa have known each other for about a month.
Yeah.
This seems pretty serious for that.
Again, think about it. Think about this guy's perspective of everything. One of his, probably the person who he's basically treated like a daughter, comes home gushing about some elf boy she's fallen in love with. About a week later, she suddenly thinks he's dead. For a month, he watches her basically have her heart broken, and then all of a sudden think he's back. Think about it from his perspective.
Boy, I sound like a cunt.
Exactly. Yeah.
But still, everyone agrees that's a really short time span for this.
And this guy must form opinions fast.
Well, he works for freaking rich people. Of course he does.
Or for father figures, one of the two. Regardless, he is offering you shaving lessons.
And I accept those lessons. And to be fair, the minute we woke up, we got out of there in like 2 days. Or 3.
So for all he knows, you didn't.
Drugged. We could have.
No, for all you know, he didn't. Well, I mean, for all he knows, you couldn't. You might have spent.
I know. I'm clarifying this for myself.
Yeah, I know.
Literally got out as fast as fucking possible.
But.
I know. Keep going. I'm sorry. I'm venting.
Anyways.
Vente moco chate latte.
Jing, you do notice, though, that Rainer's... So, yeah, Jing, you do know. Jing and Elizabeth, you both notice that, like, Rainer's got, like, small nicks and cuts that are slowly scabbing over on his face. But he's clean shaven.
I also have hair.
Lucy also finally talks, saying, Rainer's got cuts. And she just points at your face.
Yes, I was shaving. Badly.
What's that?
Did the butler guy punch you in the face again?
No.
Who hurt Rainer?
No one hurt Rainer. Rainer hurt Rainer by accident.
She goes over and, like, gives you a small hug on your leg.
I hug her back because she's adorable.
The butler looks over at this and is, like, slightly heartened, but then immediately goes back to the Stonewall expression.
Shaving is something boys do when hair grows on their face that they don't want there. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. And she just, like, trots off back to Jing.
Yay.
What is this dynamic?
You really don't know how Lucy grew up, so...
No, I meant the 4 of us.
You mean the 3 of you?
Elizabeth has had very little in the growing up process at the moment.
Rolling the encounter dice.
Nope.
And up comes the sandworm.
No sandworms.
Here comes the dragon.
Well, we've been through a dungeon.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Because when you tried to
Magic.
steal something from me, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, it didn't work.
I'm not done.
Would that give him advantage?
No.
What are you doing? Explain what
I
you're doing.
turned you invisible. I turned you invisible.
You turned me invisible. So I noticed you touch me and then I turn invisible.
Yeah,
Why would you do that?
I was bored.
You could have gotten away from the butler now.
I'm not running away. I'm gonna smack Jing on the side of his head so he breaks concentration. Do I get advantage on smack because I'm invisible?
We broke the DM. Ah.
What's this?
He turned me invisible. I'm trying to smack him to break it.
Yeah, no, that breaks the invisibility.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun. At least I know the spell works.
And we're going to take a short break at that moment of insanity. I need to go get a glass of water. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
I'm gonna go get some food. Oi, oi, oi. Do 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 do.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Necro, you back?
All right.
Yeah.
Woo, whoop. Never mind. So, what would this be? 4th day, I believe? Yeah, 4th day comes, and you guys can see out the windows, and you start to notice you're seeing the very edges of something on the horizon.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
What is it? What do we see?
You see on the horizon what you think to be buildings, structures. The beginnings of a wall. As the wall doesn't appears to slowly get bigger over time.
It doesn't?
Sorry.
Okay. I was about to say, that must be a huge fucking wall.
Yeah, but it's getting bigger very slowly.
So, what are we talking about? Like, Ba Sing Se size?
Attack on Titan.
A bit bigger than Ba Sing Se.
Holy shit. Those are about...
but you can't see anything ornate about the walls. You just know they're big.
Yeah, they're for function. I think.
Anyways. What do you guys think the... Yeah, no, nothing at the moment seems to be happening. The butler is just looking at you, looking at his own ledger. It's a journal different than either of the journals that you had or the one that Lisa had.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so what you missed was basically you're starting to see the beginnings of the capital's outer walls.
Implying that there are inner walls.
Did we pass the theocracy already?
No.
Theocracy's way to the north, man.
It's in the middle.
Yeah, we're in the south.
But
I thought we were headed to the
still
capital.
Yeah, you are.
The capital of my Terrell, which is not in the theocracy.
Oh, I thought we was headed to the capital of the whole place. You know, at the other end of the island.
No, 3 different kingdoms, 3 different capitals.
Anyways.
Good to know.
The landscape is getting much more what's the word?
There.
Groomed, much more presentable.
So, like, someone ripped up a tree and planted a flower bed.
Pretty, not exactly, but sorta.
Like a development.
Yeah, it's basically, this is what it probably looks like if somebody put time and effort into making a desert look good. Like, the dunes are slightly more subdued, but there's still the magnificence of the dunes without the possibility of things being able to hide in them.
And when you live in sandworm country, that's all you think about.
So, but yeah, you guys do pass, like, there are certain things that just seem nicer about this area. As if somebody's taken time to actively try and make it look a bit more presentable.
Out toe.
Hmm?
I stubbed my toe.
Oh.
All right, let's get it on.
Anyways. But yeah. So the butler almost seems to expect this. Like, he's getting a bit more. He gets a bit more relaxed. It's a subtle shift, one that you don't necessarily notice at first, but you notice it when he stops giving you the death eye every few minutes. And instead, it just seems to be more, you're a passing thought now. What was that for?
I'm playing my flute.
For Lucy and Elizabeth?
For Lucy. Fuck Elizabeth. She got her own music.
I broke mine a long time ago.
What? You broke yours? Oh, we'll have to buy you another one.
Where do you think I haven't been performing?
What was your instrument?
Hmm?
I forgot what yours was.
Viol? Viol? Hell?
We're gonna get you a viola.
A violin?
A viola.
Difference.
Oh, explain the difference. Is it shorter?
One smaller.
And the viola goes, and the viola is both an octave lower and has one, and yeah, the violin has the E string, which is a much higher pitched string, and the viola has the C string.
What about the cello?
The cello is basically a much bigger violin.
What string does it have?
Oh, no, wait, viola. The cello has the C string as well.
Oh, all right.
The hell?
I didn't do it. Okay, maybe I did. I just don't remember.
Okay, so anyways, night comes and you guys do spend the night in the actual
Wall.
shadow of the wall, yeah.
Is there a nearby source of water? Yeah, no.
Anyways, the butler seems a lot less tense. That's really the only thing you get, Rainer. But he does go through the lessons with you on how to shave properly, and this is a topic.
Knife.
Yeah, no, this is the first time he seems genuinely happy around you. And you know it because he's actually smiling.
It's because we're getting closer to the goal, which I'm concerned about. I figure it's because we're almost there.
That, and it literally seems that he's always wanted a son, and yeah.
He wants to teach someone to shave, you mean?
Pretty much.
Here's my question. Did he get out an actual razor, or is he teaching me with the cooking knife?
He's teaching you with the cooking knife.
Okay, good, because that's my only knife.
And he even shows you how to properly maintain the knife, too.
Sweet.
Properly clean, maintain, sharpen, and use. You are now proficient in cooking knife, but you have to put in parentheses for shaving purpose.
I'm not gonna write that down. Proficiency in doors, that's one thing.
Proficiency in shaving. Let's just say proficiency in shaving. But yeah. It was one of the few times you saw the butler actually smiling.
And goes away immediately once the lessons are over.
Pretty much. Well, the smile still lingers. He's no longer... He's no longer staring at you with sheer contempt, but he's not, like, treating you like an old friend.
He's past the, oh, you done fucked up to whatever.
He's past the you are human garbage to the, I'm just going to see how this plays out. Like, I do not have an opinion of you at the moment, and I'm just going to see how this works out.
Depending on my rolls this night, who knows?
Depending on where we end off. So, morning rolls around, and you guys come to the main gates. To call them big would be an understatement. The walls loom over you to the point where looking up slightly starts to hurt. You saw this from a mile away, but the wall itself is a mural. And the parts you saw were beautifully were beautifully painted onto it. It shows a massive sprawling motif of what you think are scenes from history, battlefields, heroes standing triumphant over great enemies, kings and queens being crowned. But as a total, it seems to almost form the city. But it only forms a part of it as the wall curves to a point where you can't even see it at this point. See it anymore. You look and you see the wall. The walls are topped with small spires that you see even smaller specks. You think to be people walking in and out of them. As you pull up to one of the large gates, guards stop the caravan. The guards on the caravan walk down and converse. Eventually, you hear nothing as the gates silently pull up and you are walking in. Inside, there is a cacophonous amount of noise and just sheer volume of background noise that assaults the carriages. And even though they seem to be designed to muffle out sound, you hear a good portion of it. As you look back, you notice there are even houses built into the walls themselves. As the carriages move, the houses, there's no set design to them. Some of them are short, blockish, and dull of color. Others are similar in style to a sultan's palace with a swirling top, rounded walls, and bright, vivid colors used in its materials. But the one thing that seems to be constant is size. As you move further and further into the city, and it is a massive city, the buildings only get bigger and bigger and bigger until you don't realize it at first, but you start to realize it is taking you a good 3 or 4 minutes in carriage to simply go past a single house. And again, this chaos
That's
of design.
ridiculous.
Yeah. This chaos of design choices still remains present. Some of these mansions are of styles none of you have seen before. Styles of darker woods with grays and blacks and yellows, with others seem to be houses built on stilts slightly, and others are the same Arabian style of Sultan's palace. Eventually, you get to a second set of gates. The second gate is approached. You see, again, this one, while similar design, you see houses embedded into the wall, built onto the sides of them. And what occurs? There's more and more evidence that the further in you get, the less thoroughfare you see. Because when you were passing the first layer, it was a near constant barrage of noise. As in, the moment you thought one noise ended, another picked up again and started. Now it's more of a steady drumbeat of noise. Still constant, but far easier to follow individual sounds and tracks. You eventually start hearing the conversation between the guards is a lot easier to pick up, and it mostly indicates passes and cargo. When they explain it, you're let in, you're waved in. The gates again pull up silently. As you move through, you see an oasis. Whereas before, you saw the occasional tree, a small square with some greenery. Now it is almost a constant rolling fields of vibrant green grass. Pools and small lakes dot the area, with large mansards poking this area. This is the quarter for nobility.
So this is literally bossing, say.
Pretty much. Except you do see peasants moving through here. It appears some might work as servants and just live in the other areas.
Hold on, we're getting taken to the ring of nobility. How fucking important is her family?
Mitrail's lifeblood is merchants.
Yeah.
This kingdom was built on trading. The royal family controls the entirety of the metal business. Let that sink in. And remember, Lisa's a daughter of a merchant empire.
What exactly does her family trade in?
You never knew.
Good point.
You never asked.
It didn't seem to matter at the time.
But eventually you're brought to a house, and it's somewhat of a odd style. It carries definitely the sort of Arabian style that you've seen a lot of the other houses throughout here, but it also carries almost like a European medieval castle vibe to it. It has...
So Russian?
Sorta, yeah. The carriages pull up, settle down, and Lucy has been losing her mind looking at all these places. Like, she's been bouncing around the walls, just wondering, what's that? She has never seen this many people, this many buildings, or buildings this big in one place.
Well, I'm going to try to explain it all. I
You're
do a shitty job.
you're basically like the exacerbated single parent with the kid on the leash. Trying to
Fuck that.
rein her in.
I'd never put my kid on a leash.
No, but basically that's like the thing. Like the kid's got endless energy and you're just like burned out. But the carriages pull up. The doors are open for you. You all step out. The butler turns to you, Rainer, and the other three. Your rooms, you'll be shown to your rooms. You'll be shown to your rooms, and you'll be invited to dinner. Until then, you may have the run of the house if you wish. And he looks at you. Don't go near Lisa until dinner. And then just walks in. Looks back. Well, are you coming or are you going to stand out there all day?
How big is this house? This is a DM question.
4 stories.
Holy shit!
Yeah. It would help to note that all the servants live in the house.
Okay, so that's a floor. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know how many servants.
I
You're
slowly
walking in.
walk behind him.
Yeah. Do the rest of you walk in?
Yeah.
So the inside of the house is daunting. It seems almost more a work of art than an actual building. Oh yeah, and Rainer, he did hand you back your journal as you were walking in the door.
Oh, thank God! I was gonna say.
It was basically you getting grounded from your phone for a week.
It wouldn't have helped. He had the other phone.
Yeah. He grounded Lisa too.
Why?
He didn't want her to really, he wanted to be able to, he basically wanted to try and do psychological warfare on you. He didn't want her ruining it.
Oh. Son of a bitch.
So, you're all led to your rooms. Each of the rooms almost seems to be styled towards you, because Jing, you and Lucy are shown to a room that has no windows. And Lucy loves it. Because she can actually take off her goggles.
Sweet.
And she did change outfits from the blood-soaked maid only after you told her to. And now she wears sort of a more simple, it's like a simple pullover dress that's got basic, the dress itself is a white and it's got basic purple stitching patterns in it. And it's got a purple embroidered floral pattern on it.
Cool.
Things I didn't think I'd have to explain. Fashion, young child fashion.
What's your search history look like now, man?
Oh, Jesus. You're on some kind of watch list now.
You might not hear from me in a month or two. But no, let's keep going. Anyways.
The easily way to get put on a watch list, search how to make a bomb and then search for plane tickets.
I would have said search for train schedules, but
Okay,
anyways.
enough of that.
Anyways, yeah, no, she just goes on the bed and she sinks like a good 4 inches.
Oh, Jesus.
As a point of comparison, how big is this house compared to the house I saw on the island?
The house on the island was about half as big.
Holy shit.
That
was bigger than the plot of land I lived on.
Yeah. So whenever you say I've been in places bigger than this, yeah, this probably this probably makes everything bigger. But then this Elizabeth, the first thing you wonder though is how big is the fucking palace? If this is the size of the visitors' houses. At least that's what you think. And Jing, you do get that similar notion. Rainer, roll an intelligence check.
Alright, I'm very confused right now.
You're at first intimidated by the house alone, but then the thought sneaks into you that you know royalty lives in the capital. How big is their place? And the ramifications of that start to sink in.
Define ramifications.
The fact that if the palace of any ruling family is usually several times bigger than the largest visitor's house. Meaning the palace must be bigger and far more impressive than this.
Which Rainer does not care about because he's not really from Montreal or whatever. Or
Yeah,
Kingdom
no,
proper.
It's like just a fancy little thought you had, but just for a note, you would have just been internally screaming at the fact that Lisa lives in a place this big.
Oh, he was.
Oh, she actually lives here?
Her beach house, apparently. Like,
Yeah.
which is the house? Was that the summer home?
Maybe. No, and that would be the winter home, not the summer home.
Whatever. Same extravagant difference.
Yeah, but your stuff is eventually delivered back to your rooms, and any dirty clothing you had was taken and washed. And Lucy is put in her fanciest dress.
Remember, cold water for blood.
The maids that took it's like, yes, we know. And just take it off.
Take it off. Take it off.
No, haven't. Bad. But you have about... Rainer, you look at your watch, and it's about...
Oh, you didn't describe me and Elizabeth's rooms.
Rainer, you're given a room right next to the kitchen. And it's small.
That's not a good thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you basically got a supply closet.
In comparison or actually?
In comparison.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
Essentially, you
I'm
remember
a
the
monk.
rooms you
I
had
can
on the
live
ship?
a Spartan life.
Yeah, you remember the rooms you had on the ship?
Uh-huh.
This one's slightly bigger.
Well, considering what happened the last time there was a room that big.
Making notes.
Oh, no!
You're the one that can't keep your mouth shut.
I know! I'm making colorful context, and I'm giving you ideas.
Yeah. And Elizabeth, you're given a room with a rather spacious ceiling.
I thought I was gonna give the torture room.
You actually roll a perception check.
You had to ask.
Damn it.
There's rust stains on the walls? Weird. Considering parts of the wall are made of metal, but the walls appear a bit rusty. There are also small hooks in the wall.
Coat hooks or actual hooks?
Coat hooks.
Okay.
Well, at least you think.
I'm
They
not
look like
there,
they might have been
because she can roll the
blunted.
5.
Yeah, they look like they might have been blunted a bit, but they're probably just coat hooks.
She's in the meat locker. She's in the former meat locker, refurbished.
Or the former torture chamber. One of the two.
I'm gonna go with meat locker for my canon.
Anyways,
Did he say if we had to dress up for dinner?
It's implied.
Rainer does not know social cues.
roll a charisma check.
Oh, goody. It's almost as bad as my intelligence. Holy shit.
You do realize, oh crap, I gotta dress up.
Yeah, I don't have any good clothes.
Neither do I.
Are they gonna provide suits and dresses?
You don't know.
I know.
I think Jing would take care of that if they didn't have anything.
Yeah, you got a suit that I can just borrow.
No, but I can convince somebody to go get you a suit.
No, I didn't.
At a certain point before dinner, a butler for you, Rainer, and a maid. A butler visits Rainer, and a maid visits Elizabeth with a dress and a suit. Both of you feel extreme. Well, Elizabeth, would you feel uncomfortable wearing dresses, or?
Yeah, it's the normal. It just feels normal.
Yeah, Elizabeth, you're fine with the dress. Rainer,
so am I in a penguin?
you're in like pretty much, and it doesn't feel good for you.
Yeah, it's all tight.
Yeah, it's tight. It's constricting in certain places.
I don't have all my.
It's riding up in others. You don't like it.
I'm walking around robes for a reason.
You don't like it. You really don't like it.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Oh, so you're not allowed to bring your weapons or your bracer. Feel naked without it.
Can
I ask if I can keep Oscar on my shoulder?
You cannot.
Oh.
Isn't he broken?
No, he's damaged. He's punished Oscar. If anyone gets that reference.
I played that game earlier today. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Shut up.
Anyways.
He's punished Venom Oscar. Does he have the sneaking suit as well?
No.
Shut up.
We have quiet with
Going.
Jing, Lucy is wearing her maid outfit again.
Is it clean?
One. Yes, it is completely clean. And it smells like daisies.
I make sure her goggles are all nice and shiny and clean.
Yeah, you do.
Is she allowed to wear her witch hat?
Yeah.
Let me actually roll real quick to see. Yes,
she's wearing it whether they want her to or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
You might want to watch her table manners, because we are about to experience fine ass dining.
Yeah, she's a child. She'll be okay.
When has that ever excused rich fucks for complaining?
I'm a rich fuck.
These are potentially richer fucks.
Richer fucks.
This is all not in character, by the way.
No, I made a small device out of that magic orb that I can talk to him in his head through it, like I can in the journal. Because I use identify.
It's out of character. It's metagaming.
Yeah.
It's metagaming.
Meta.
Anyways, as you enter in, the dining table is actually a round table.
Oh shit!
Are we becoming knights?
No.
We beat the most horrible knights in all of history.
Yep.
Knights of the Round Table.
There were some bad nights though.
Besides, I didn't choose to play a paladin. I chose to play a necromancer.
Anyways. You guys are let in, taken to your seats, and food is brought up for you.
And we're just the four of us in here are sitting alone.
At the moment,
How many seats are at this table?
6.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming that Lucy will want to sit next to Lisa.
They've never actually met. They've only had a short conversation. Or not conversation.
From what you saw.
Yeah.
Again, there was a long time you guys were passed
I was
out.
passed out, yeah.
She might have been like, you assume that Lucy only interacted with you while you were awake.
I'm not thinking about that right now.
Just pointing it out. But, and also another thing, Lucy wouldn't know what Lisa looks like.
Yeah.
Nor vice versa.
She's probably gonna be surprised she's a drow.
I'd assume that they had talked about what they looked like since they had talked about what Rainer looks like.
She broke in English common back then.
And also, up until Lucy met you guys, she thought she just looked like a person.
Yeah. You know, normal. Like a normal person. And then 3 random monsters showed up.
3 random not normals.
I have pointy ears.
Your skin is also glowy.
I glow too. You can't use that as an excuse.
I said your skin.
Oh. I thought you said her skin.
But yeah, no.
So what, is it a 3-course meal or something?
Yeah, the first 2 courses are served, and then the other people show up.
Gulp.
It is
just
women.
like the royals that show up late.
One is Lisa, whom, when she sits down at the table, the butler comes up and hands her her journal. She takes it, a blush comes to her face, and she kind of looks really embarrassed by it before she just like puts it on her lap. She's not looking at you, Rainer.
What? How does she look right now?
In what way?
Like embarrassed. Like,
beyond the embarrassment of just kind of being handed back her things after being grounded in front of other people, she looks. Roll an insight check.
She looks pretty.
I was gonna say she might look nauseous, nervous, nauseous, nervous. You never really got the 2 separated. She does look pretty though. Amazing, actually. And you immediately start critiquing your own appearance. You feel inadequate.
So that's Lisa. Who are you?
The other one looks older than Lisa, but at the same time looks a lot like her. She has the same half-elven features. She looks far more mature.
So I'm taking it sister, mother, older sibling. I'm blurting all these out, by the way.
The other girl just looks at you before looking to you, Rainer, and the look the butler gave you is half of the malice this woman gives you.
Oh, I'm out of character. I'm gonna bet older sister.
Betty mother.
Older sister or mother, one of the two.
Potentially aunt, but I'm not gonna go that far out.
Hey, it could be the aunt. You don't know.
Well, I introduced Lisa to Lucy, so that little cat's
Lucy,
out of the bag.
like, to break all this tension, just runs over and sort of hugs into Lisa, and the hugs are turned, and it's a bit of levity. The older woman also turns her attention to the young bundle of dark skin that just jumped into indeterminate relatives' arms. And there's actually a bit of laughter that escapes her. Her vision softens, then immediately zeroes in on you again, Rainer, and you feel like curling up into a ball away from her. She scares you.
Just realize she's punching you in the dick in her mind.
Well, she's a woman first off, so he's already scared of her. Now she's getting dirty looks, so this is double bad.
Like, yeah, no, Rainer, you're getting flashbacks of the tiefling.
Oh, God.
That level of panic is what you're getting again.
It's been a long time since that's happened.
Yep.
Get closer, you want to scare them.
And
how is
the meal picks up
divided?
again.
It's Lisa, undistributed member.
Lisa's sitting next. Okay, so the way it was originally, you guys were basically, imagine like a 6-pointed symbol with the seats evenly distributed. So it went Rainer, Elizabeth, Jing, Lucy, and then Lisa sat next to Lucy, and the other woman is sitting between you, Rainer, and Lisa.
So she's right next to you.
Yeah.
Well, not right next to you. There's about 8 inches of space between you two.
Enough.
Yeah.
So, how have you guys been?
Are you asking to Lisa and the other woman?
Yeah, the ones that aren't talking the whole time I've been talking.
She puts down her fork and just slowly... Well, and she looks towards Rainer. Besides a few moments of emotional turmoil, we've been fairly good. Can't really complain.
Cool. I got
been
knocked out and sent
recently.
to a dungeon.
And with that, she sort of directs that little statement towards you, Rainer. Elizabeth, you definitely catch up on
half of that because he talked over you.
Yeah, no, Elizabeth, you do. Basically, it was. Yeah, no, let's just move on. But
I missed the last half of the whatever she directed towards me. I didn't get that.
Yeah, it's like she said, can't really complain much. Haven't been dead recently, so. Elizabeth, you immediately catch up on this and are holding in laughter.
Since when did the little sheep become a wolf?
What?
No, this isn't Lisa. This is the other woman. But nevertheless, you do appreciate another wolf.
Dire wolf.
Ugh. So,
just silently eating.
Yeah.
What do we owe the pleasure to this visit?
She turns to Lisa. I don't want to say. And it's like a mumble, so none of you hear it.
Oh, fuck.
And the glare of death immediately swings back to you, Rainer.
That oh fuck was out of character.
No, I know. That was after Lisa mumbled. And she just immediately swings back to you, Rainer, with that
Shit.
glare.
What is going on here? Also out of character. I have to say that now.
Yep. Because given Rainer's ineptitude with social situations, he might say it.
Just gonna keep eating this probably the best food he's ever eaten.
Yeah, no, the food's amazing. Like you got like a nice duck, some boar.
How much of this have I never seen or eaten before?
Roll a d20.
Desert worm.
Most of this is alien to you. Like, you've seen stuff prepared in ways you never even thought was possible. You see pastries, delicacies that you're just trying to take as much of the stuff in, but most of your enjoyment regarding this is taken out by the fact that the woman's staring at you with death.
Can I push Rainer closer to the other woman?
We are in seats inches apart. You're not tall enough to kick me that way.
Yes, but I can turn her invisible and then she can move without being seen.
We're in the
She'd
middle
disappear
of a
from
dinner.
sight.
Does anybody know that one guy's name?
¿Cuál de todas?
The elf. The elf that knocked us out.
You mean Reginald?
Okay.
Oh wait, that was out of character. That was definitely out of character.
Out of character. Who? Out of character.
Well, okay, out of character. He never told you.
That fuck?
Yeah, he never told you.
How the fuck?
No one ever asked.
Wait, no. Oh, you mean the butler? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I thought you were. He and I were talking about the guy who sent us in the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
The guy from the Golden Triangle or the Golden Legion, or
no, and Golden Legion, but
we got
yeah, no,
name.
You don't know his name.
No, we were told a name, but we don't know.
Yeah, but
it's his name.
Yeah, and it could have also been a fake name.
Yes,
but the butler's name was Reginald, though none of you know it.
Oh, good to know.
I heard nearly knocked out, and I just immediately assumed to the guy who gut punched him.
No, I said knocked us out.
Okay.
I jumped in to interrupt it in case he was talking in character, because he didn't want... He's scared about all that shit. How easily it was to freaking knock him out. And who apparently is really fucking powerful? Potentially? All that was me explaining to the DM out of character.
Okay. Back in character. So the older woman turns to you, Elizabeth. So how was Reginald in the ride here? I hope he wasn't too overbearing.
No, he was quite pleasant.
I hope so. He has been a member of the family for quite a while. He practically raised Elisa. And her eyes swivel back to you, Rainer. I assume Reginald was quite gentlemanly with you.
Out of character. Boy, am I getting the freaking boyfriend brought home at Thanksgiving treatment right now.
That's essentially what it is. I mean...
Pretty aptly timed, too.
Again, you have somebody with basically the same social skills as you, without any of the experiences you're going through, trying to explain what you are to her family.
Is she waiting for me to answer?
Yeah, she's waiting for you to answer.
Yes.
She almost looks a bit puzzled by the response before just shrugging and going back to her own
I
dinner.
assume Lisa has told her my awkwardness.
She probably did, and she's trying to exploit it.
Oh, fuck. Out of character!
Anyways,
So I guess you heard about our little exploit that happened.
oh yes,
What is today?
the trapped in a dungeon for a month thing. I was
Yeah.
informed of it.
I'm trying to figure out who did it to us.
Do you remember who gave you this job before?
I am looking at Zing right now. It's like, with my thumb, it's like,
Are you trying to like give off the signals of drop it, drop it, drop it?
Yes.
Roll a performance check to see if you can get that across. Jing, you're getting pretty clear symbols of step down, stand down from Rainer.
I ignore them because her family is rich and she probably knows more than she's letting on.
Out of character, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Anyway.
I wasn't given a name.
Well,
it was a contact of a contact.
Did he say any information that might help us locate him?
No, not really. Something about
Roll
a
deception
legion.
check. Wait, are you giving up the legion thing, or is it just
something about a legion? I'm trying not to give them too much information.
The Legion of Gold?
Something like that.
I'll look into it.
Do try to be discreet. Because I want to hang this guy from the tallest rafter myself.
Oh, I doubt you'll be able to do that before I'm through with him. And everybody roll a performance check.
Oh, what?
No. I'm scared.
Holy shit. Dinner goes fairly well. Lisa doesn't talk at all. Rainer, you do notice she gets quick glances at you, and any of those glances are unblinking.
Just hug him already. I say this out loud.
Out of character, fuck you.
You do realize he's not good at this kind of stuff at all.
No, I know. That's why I'm doing it.
So am I.
Oh no, that was in character.
Oh. Well, Towards the end of the dinner, Reginald comes in. Was everything to your expectations?
It was awesome, bro.
Very delicious.
And he looks to you, Rainer.
Best food I've ever eaten.
What do you say, Lucy?
Thank you. It's like she's just preps up a bit, and she looks really tired.
Well, I'm gonna take her and get her to bed.
She really can't even stand at the moment.
Oh, I pick her up then.
Yeah, it's like she's basically she's out the moment you pick her up. But yeah, no, each of you eventually find Elizabeth, you were past the first initial dinner, you realize you really are out of your element at the moment. But There are also a few other things, but nothing of note. You all return to your rooms. Rainer, you're stopped by Reginald right before you leave, though.
Oh,
Come with me.
I do.
Okay, because if you had said no, he'd basically just drag you there by the collar.
I can't really argue with this guy. Not at
Nope.
my level.
And you're led to a much nicer room on the 4th floor. The room has a much more feminine touch to it.
Oh, boy. Out of character.
Yeah. He opens the door.
Do I have to keep saying that?
If you say something that sounds like a reaction, I'll let it slide unless you specify it's from Rainer's point of view.
Okay, thank you.
But for now, he throws you in the room, locks the door.
He locks the door?
Yep. And then leaves. You actually hear his footsteps recede.
Is there anyone else in the room with me?
Nope.
Are there any other doors in this room?
There's a few doors.
I'm very confused.
There's a few doors, but none of them seem to be doors leading out.
Wait, what? How can a door not lead out?
Out of the room.
Closets,
There's
bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's also a balcony.
I'm gonna look out on the balcony.
You're overlooking. Okay. The door is open, and you step out onto the balcony. It's an amazing view. You see the palace in the distance, and it is an impressively large structure. But you also look down and see a rather impressive-looking garden.
Look at all those presents. Yeah, I bet Mabel is going to try to get all of them in herself, too. You should help. Good idea. What are you doing? Nothing. We saw these sitting in your phone.
I guess I go back into the room.
As you turn back into the room, you hear the door shut again.
As in someone just came into the room?
Yep.
Do I see who it is?
Lisa.
Wait a minute, did this
And-
situation just get reversed? I'm confused.
You walked back into the room just as Lisa entered.
If you ever need anything else or want anything else,
And I'm just standing there.
No, and as the door closes behind her, locked.
She locked it, or is she surprised it's locked?
Considering the fact that she turns as soon as she sees you, she whirls around to try to get the door and finds it locked.
She's surprised. Oh my god, there's out of character. Oh my god, what is happening right now? Elizabeth,
On the other
did you
side of the
freaking
door?
call ahead? That's all out of character, by the way. I'm just thinking that right the fuck now. And he's just standing there, like, wide-eyed, blushing, like, oh boy, in his head.
I see. She walks up to you and backhands.
So,
And then she puts her tongue down your throat.
wait, whoa. Wait, well, what? So,
Okay,
wait.
here's how the actions went. She backhanded you, and then she kissed you.
Passionately.
And then she holds her face in both hands, one cheek tender from
Getting
the slap.
slapped.
New Year's.
Mi amor.
Never? What? What did you
said,
say?
He said mi amor, which is
Oh my god.
Italian.
No, I know what it
Mi amor.
means.
In Spanish.
She simply says, never do that again. And she just hugs you.
I hug her back. I'm so sorry.
Do you know how worried I was?
I didn't until I found the journal again.
I guess we're going to return track.
Well, she lets go and walks to the balcony. Suppose now we can figure out what happened to you.
I kind of already told
Because
you
somebody... And roll a perception check real quick.
Oh, I have a bad feeling why you made me do that. Perception?
Perception.
You'll see me at
That's
the
the
balcony.
worst +6 ever.
Doesn't matter because she's not really... You hear under her breath...
Are you actually making it audible, or is that just how it hears?
One moment, it's a whisper.
Oh! Oh yeah, at one point earlier, you said you were going to whisper me a bunch of shit that happened earlier, but you never did.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try and get that this week. That's what you hear from her. Yeah.
Oh boy.
She doesn't... Do you make any indication that you know that you heard that? Or...
Yes, I make indication. I go out and say, don't...
The moment you try to interrupt her, the look she gives you is one completely alien to her. It is not even the looks of death that Reginald and the older woman gave you. This is a look that seems to be... It looks as though she's looking at a doll. Something she wants to possess. The look
wait a minute.
stays for a split second and is gone. But the look
Wait a
was
minute.
there.
Hold on a minute. What are you insinuating here?
I'm not insinuating nothing. I'm just saying what you saw. But after like a split second of that, she just goes back to like the old style. It's like, I mean, we need to find who did this to you. What if they do it again?
I will. I don't want you... If you go looking for this person and they find out, I don't want them to find you.
Then allow me to help. I can get you into places. I can get you jobs with those I trust, that it can get you closer to those that might have hurt you. Then we'll figure out what happens from there.
Did you just give me a smug look?
A bit. She goes over and knocks on the door. Reginald, we've worked out our problems. Can you please open the door? You're from the other side. Of course, madam. And the door and opens. He walks in, grabs your ear rainer, and drags you out.
Wait.
The door shuts, and he takes you back to your room. And that is where we'll end it for the night.
Oh, there fucker.
Oh, yeah, can we end a bit early? Jesus. Man.
Ooh,
Well.
boy.
I will just say it, Elizabeth, if you had not said Rainer was an idiot, Reginald might have tried to castrate him.
Oh, gee, thanks!
You might have.
I was thinking of that too.
Yeah, no. But, yeah, there was. I will say, that butler was on the razor's knife of torturing you, Rainer. He was just. Or the razor's edge, but. Yeah.
Still didn't get to
Poor choice
talk
of
about what I
words.
wanted to talk about, but that's fine.
You really weren't going to be able to get any words in that conversation, Rainer.
Wait a minute, she walked all the way from the balcony to the door, and I couldn't say Jack?
Yeah.
She just really wanted to get out of that situation, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, see you guys next week.
Oh my god.
Later.